Hello, my name's Kerry Lewis and I'm a member of the MrBruff.com writing team. Today I'm going to talk about compound sentences. First of all, what is a compound sentence? A compound sentence has two subjects and two verbs or verb phrases, and a verb phrase is simply two or more verbs together. Let's read this example sentence. She played football well, so her friends clapped. We can split this sentence into two parts, and the first is she played football well. Who played football well? She, so she is the subject. What did she do? Played, so played is the verb. Most verbs are doing words, but not all, for example, is, are, am. The first part of the sentence makes sense by itself, and it's the same with the second part, her friends clapped. Who clapped? Her friends, so her friends is the subject. What did they do? Clapped, so clapped is the verb. Both halves of the sentence have a subject and a verb, and they make sense by themselves, so they're called independent clauses. A compound sentence therefore has two independent clauses which are joined with a word like so. So is a coordinating conjunction, often known as a fanboys conjunction, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and here we have so. We usually have a comma before the conjunction, but if the sentence is very short, it's not always needed. Both halves of the sentence are of equal importance, and the ideas are balanced, and that's why we have a picture here of equally weighted scales. Let's look now at some examples of compound sentences in literature. In this sentence, Lizzie stresses that she's equal to Mr. Darcy even though he's much, much richer than her. He's a gentleman and I'm a gentleman's daughter. Ignoring the money, her comparison is based on social class. She refuses to see herself as less important than Mr. Darcy. She emphasises this point with the short sentence at the end, so far we are equal. Another use of the compound sentence is to balance opposite ideas. A fool thinks himself to be wise, but a wise man knows himself to be a fool. Here, Shakespeare reverses the words and grammar for artistic effect. Thinks and knows are opposite words. A fool is first here, but last here. Wise is last here, but first here. This is effective because it makes the points more memorable, drawing more attention to his words. If you'd like to stretch and challenge yourself, this technique is called chiasmus. In our next example, Shakespeare aims to shock his audience. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. This is a terrifying image because Shakespeare's audience lived in a more religious society than today. It's such a short compound sentence that it makes his message even more intense and frightening. It really captures the imagination. Finally, Samuel Johnson uses repetition for emphasis. Every man has a right to utter, that's say, what he thinks truth, and every other man has a right to knock him down for it. In this context, knock him down means disagree with him and argue back. So Johnson's repetition of every man has a right to emphasises his point about the importance of freedom of speech and living in a democracy. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to buy a copy of Mr. Bruff's Guide to Grammar, I've put a link in the description below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video.